everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Joey Evans.
Today we're taking a look at a small game called King and Peasant.
Yes.
Which I keep calling it King and Pheasant.
I did too. I was like, it's a hunting game.
Quite the same thing. Here's the thing. I played this because it said 10 to 15 minutes for two players.
Yes.
And that was my only reason, because this does not jump out at me at all on the shelf.
At all.
King and Peasant. Now, I don't actually know why it's not called King and Assassin. Oh, there already is a game of that, but something along that line, because that's what it is.
Yes.
It's a two-player game. One person's the king, and the guard's protecting the king, and the other person is the peasants and the assassins, and they hate the king and would like to overthrow him.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
I don't know why. His policies are sound and just.
Kings are usually good.
Well, not when you're the king.
That's
Peasants,
true.
then, a tyrannical. Here's a real quick overview of how it works. We'll be right back. In King and Peasant, there is a deck of cards. Many of these cards will show you. The top of it is for the king. This is a spy, for example. The bottom is for the peasant. This is a rebel thug. And there are many cards that are like that. There are some that it's the same card but can be used for either side. At the beginning of the game, the king is given the sentinel card, the player playing the king, and the peasant will get both the assassin and the decoy, and you'll draw some more cards. The peasant can play up to 3 cards face down, rebels, and the king can play up to 3 cards face up as guards. Then you'll go back and forth taking actions. Now, the rebel is trying to kill the king. The king is trying to get rid of the assassin and or make the deck run out. At the end of every turn for the king, they will draw a card, which is a timer on the game. The rebel, or the peasant, can draw a card as an action, but they do not automatically draw one. So on their turn, you take one. Hide a rebel is playing a card face down in front of you, hiding that rebel. Dispatch or infiltrating a rebel, which can really only be done by these 2 cards, you take it and you stick it in the deck somewhere, your choice, secretly. You can also return a face-up rebel back in your hand. You can play an action card, so if the card says action on it, like this one here says action brawl, remove a rebel and a guard. You're getting rid of one of each. And then drawing a card is an action. The king's action is ready a guard. He can put a guard face down or mobilize a guard. He can use a guard, and this one just says simply, reveal a rebel. Condemn a rebel. The king can say, this is the assassin. If he's correct, he wins the game. He can point to the top card of the deck and do the same thing. He can also play an action card, and he can also just pass on his turn. So those are the king's actions. So the king is trying to figure out where this rebel is and not try to get the decoy, because when this one shows up, the peasant just kills the guard. When this one shows up, if the king draws the assassin, they lose. So the king has to be careful that the assassin isn't drawn by them, or if there's no guards and the assassin is here, then the assassin kills the king also. So the assassin can be played face down to get the king, or it can be put into the deck. Once you're done with that, you reverse sides. So the king will then play the peasant will play the king, and the first person to win 2 games is the winner. So this is one of those games that, for some reason, artificially has 18 cards. I'll never understand why.
They're not moving past it.
Yeah, it is what it is. But it's essentially, there's 2 things that this makes me think of. One is, it's a fancy rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
And 2, if you've ever played the game Hera and Zeus or Thunder and Lightning, it's like a tiny version of that game.
Yeah, which I have not played either one of those.
Yeah, so in Hera and Zeus or Thunder and Lightning, you have one card and your opponent is trying to get that card, and you can put that card in front of you and they can ping it there like a Stratego thing, or you can have it in your hand, but they also can ping it out of your hand. But it's a much more, it's a 30-minute game.
Right.
This is that same thing. The king is trying to figure out where that assassin card is. Like, all the emphasis on that king. But he also, the peasant's like, you don't know where the assassin is. The deck just ran out and I lost. It's really weird.
Because that timer, it goes so fast. And usually because of that, it always comes down to the end. And reading the other person.
But you could, on turn 1, you could be like, I'm inserting a card in the deck. You could put the peasant on the top of the deck. And then if the king draws it on his next turn, the game's over.
Yeah.
The king knows that you know that. He might have a guard there that says, look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Pick one to discard it. which then means the king wins.
That's huge.
He could also just say, that is the assassin, and then win or lose based on whether that's true or not. So it's almost a super slight game.
For me, it feels, every turn feels like the Princess Bride. It's like, I know that you know that I know. And it's just, especially when you get to hide it in either top, second, or third.
Yeah, so like the king has a card that says, look at one card in the deck. If it's the assassin, discard it. Otherwise, put it back in order. So you can look at any card. So if you say, you're the peasant, you're like, I'm going to do this. And so you put the assassin on the top card. And I say, I'm going to look at that card. Oh, it's the assassin. You lost.
Right.
But it's not the assassin because you know that card exists. So you have the assassin as the second card, which I then have to draw and then lose.
That's exactly it. So it is reading the other person. The other thing that makes this stand out for me is because it is so asymmetric as far as which side you play.
I agree. Now I gotta be careful. I don't want to pretend that this game is bigger than it is.
Right.
But I've played this, I don't know, like 6-7 times now, and each time feels different. I'm like, I'm going to try this time. Or halfway through the game, I'm like, I thought I was going to try that, but I feel like he's going to pick that. But it's also so quick and so well done. There was a game, you mentioned A Princess Bride. There was a game a long time ago that was about that, figuring out what the wine was. Well, this does that better. Mm-hmm. It's only 2 players.
Yep.
And very tiny and very small, but I like it a lot. I'm giving this an 8.5, actually.
Wow.
I enjoy it that much. It's a small little game that I just want to keep playing.
I agree. I'm coming in at an 8 on this and I can see it going up because this is what you want when you want to have a 2-player game. You're going out with your spouse or friend or whatever, and you want to play it at a restaurant. This plays that quick, and it's got some really funny moments built in to where it's like, I know you put it second. This is definitely a try.
Well, check it out. That's King and Peasant. I'm Tom Basil.
I'm Joy Evans.
I'm the king.
Mm-hmm. No.
You didn't want to do it?
No.
All right, fine. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.